Hello, welcome to Blockish Dev. I'm Aishat Akinyemi. This video guides you on deploying your smart contract onto a remote RPC node, either the testnet or mainnet. We'll be deploying our smart contract on the testnet using Blast commands and scripts. In our last video, we created, compiled, and deployed a smart contract on the local node. The link to that video is in the description box below if you want to check it out. You might also want to check out the Cudos Smartcontracts playlist for more videos. That would also be linked in the description box. If you find this helpful, kindly like, leave a comment and subscribe. So let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is get the correct node address and put that in our Blast config file. So I'm opening the Blast config file and I'm going to so we already have the testnet address here, but this is where you put your addresses. Let's imagine we want to deploy on the mainnet. We're going to put the mainnet address here, and you can always get the correct address on docs.cudos.org/API. So this is the mainnet RPC address. I'm going to save this file, and the second thing we need to do is to get testnet tokens for our account before we would be able to deploy. So because we're going to pay gas fees to be able to deploy our smart contract. So to get your testnet tokens, you can come here and get it from the faucet, or you can send a message on the Discord, and someone is going to provide you with the necessary tokens. And this is for the testnet. We'll also need, even before getting the faucet or the tokens, we'll need to create an account. You can install the Kepler wallet. There's a video on how to install the Kepler wallet, and I'm going to put that in the description box. After installing Kepler, this is one of the methods you can use. I'm going to show you the second method shortly. After installing Kepler, you click on Create New Accounts. When you create new accounts, you're going to be given some mnemonic, and that mnemonic is important because you're going to put that in a file. So copy your mnemonic or write it down. Keep it safe because it is very, very important. Accessing the mnemonic means you can access the account. And it's also a good practice to have your development accounts that you don't use for real life funds. So this is the mnemonic here. Then you click on Next, create your account name. That's how you go about it. Another way to get your testnet tokens is coming to dashboard.testnet.cudos.org. Coming to this website, you can click on Faucet and paste your account, paste your wallet address, and put in the amount of tokens you want. So that's another way to get it. Or you can get it on Discord, as I mentioned earlier. The next step is to create a private account.json file, and I'm going to create that in our root directory, private-accounts.json, and the format of the account is going to be the same format used in the local account.json file. Let me talk about the second way you can use to create accounts. Remember that when we were looking at the Blast commands in the last video, I showed you the different commands, and that included blast keys. To add an account, you run blast keys add and provide the account name. So I made the mistake and used an already existing account. So I'm going to rerun the command, passing in another account name, passing in another account name. So now it has given us an address, a mnemonic, as including, it has given us an address, a public key, and a mnemonic. So this mnemonic can be used the same way we would use the mnemonic from Kepler, and it can also be used to import an account onto Kepler. So both methods work. I'm going to put the address and the mnemonic and save them. If you were using Kepler, if you go to your wallet, you can copy the address from the Kepler wallet. And you saw the mnemonic earlier. You can, if you didn't note it down, you can also retrieve the mnemonic with your after inputting your password on Kepler extension. So either ways work perfectly. Note, it is important that you keep this mnemonic safe. As I said earlier, access to the mnemonic means access to your account and the funds therein. So if you're going to create a repository on GitHub, it is important that you add this private account.json into your gitignore file. So I'm going to initialize Git in this repo and add this to the gitignore. I'm also going to add the node modules, and I'm also going to add some other directories as well. So I'm adding private accounts.json, and lastly, I'm going to add the artifacts. So yeah, we can now safely upload this onto Git. We can push it. We can now safely push this repository and make it public. Another important thing to do is that I'm going to reset my gas price here, because in the past I faced issues when I tried deploying with the gas price as low as 250 Cudos. So depending on the gas price that works for you, but you may have to play around with the gas price here. So to run the scripts, I'm going to blast run script deploy.js, but an important aspect is to set the network as Testnet. So I'm passing in the network option as Testnet. It's going to use the Testnet network specified in the Blast config. Yeah, our contract has now been deployed. I'm going to copy this contract address and put it in our interact scripts so that we also test and interact with our smart contracts on the testnet, so that we can interact with our smart contract on the testnet. So the same thing, we're going to run the same command but on the interact.js script. Yeah, this works. The initial count is 13. And it successfully incremented the count and got the current count as 14. So that will be all for now. Thank you for watching. Please do watch out for my next videos on building a full stack dApp on the Cudos blockchain. That would include the smart contract, building a custom smart contract, and building its front end using Cudos.js. Until then, take care. And if you have any questions or additions or comments you would want to make, you can leave them in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video to people that might find it helpful. Bye.